Hi, everyone. My name is Jeff Abel, and I'm Vice President for Local Program Development with Special Olympics Maryland. I want to thank you for taking time to watch our volunteer webinar for the 2018 Health Expo presented by CareFirst, BlueCross, BlueShield. And also, thank you for your willingness to volunteer for this great event. We're really looking forward to it, and we hope this webinar is not only informative about Special Olympics and the Healthy Athletes program, but so that you can become more familiar with your role and some logistics for the day. So on this webinar, we're going to take a look at what Special Olympics and Special Olympics Maryland is. We're going to have a quick look at what the Healthy Athletes program is worldwide, and we'll take a look at some venue information, our volunteer information and logistics, and include some sample roles that you might have on Saturday, October 6th. So what is Special Olympics and Special Olympics Maryland? It's an organization that was founded by Eunice Kennedy Shriver. It's a global movement. Special Olympics is in 164 different countries around the world. It engages 5 million athletes worldwide. We serve athletes with intellectual disabilities and developmental disabilities in Olympic-type sports. The first World Games were held in 1968 at Soldier Field in Chicago. And one thing that makes us very unique with sports organizations is that our athletes and families are never charged to participate in our program. Special Olympics Maryland specifically serves 7,782 athletes across the state. It's found in every single county in community programs. We also have a school-based program that's found in 21 out of 24 school systems, so we're really proud of that. We offer 27 sports throughout the calendar year, both team sports and individual sports. Team sports like softball, flag football, basketball, soccer, and cheerleading, and volleyball. And individual sports like track and field, long distance running, downhill skiing, snowshoeing, powerlifting, bowling, bocce, tennis, golf, equestrian, sailing, kayaking. I mean, we do a lot of different sports. So lots of things that our athletes can be involved in. Our youngest athlete is 2 years old in a specialized program called Young Athletes. It's a gross motor skills acquisition program for kids ages 2 to 7 with and without intellectual disabilities, so that they can learn, grow, and have fun together. And our oldest athlete currently participating is 82 years old. She's out of Anne Arundel County and plays 8 different sports throughout the year. In the lower right-hand corner, you'll see a picture of one of our power lifters, Gruss. Catherine and I actually went to middle and high school together. So she's a good friend, and it's fun that we've been able to reconnect through this program. But she was recently featured on ESPN about healthy athletes experience that she's had. So I'm going to include that link in the comment or in the description of this webinar on YouTube. So please make sure you check out that link and learn about Catherine Gruss, our power lifter, and all that she's been able to accomplish through Special Olympics and because of Healthy Athletes. So taking a look at Healthy Athletes specifically, it was a program started in 1997, and it offers free health screenings and education to Special Olympics athletes in a welcoming and fun environment. There's a lot of people in and out of Special Olympics are nervous about going to the doctor or the dentist, but Healthy Athletes makes that really fun and not threatening. It's a great way to get a quick checkup and some education. Globally, it's provided more than 2 million health screenings and trained more than 260,000 health professionals and students to treat people with intellectual disabilities. And Healthy Athletes is a teaching program, I think, is a really powerful tool. So you'll see on Saturday, October 6th, both at our Special Smiles Clinic and at our Healthy Hearing Clinic, we partner with University of Maryland School of Dentistry as well as Towson's audiology program so that students become exposed to people with intellectual disabilities. It's I think a really innovative approach that Healthy Athletes takes, and one that does a lot to creating more inclusive communities. So why do we do Healthy Athletes? Simply put, it helps our athletes compete. We are a sports organization first and foremost, and there's no questioning that. And we will take any opportunity to help our athletes compete more fully on the field, in the pool, on the track, on the court. So health is an important way to do that. So this is absolutely a great vehicle to help our athletes compete. At Healthy Athletes is a program through Special Olympics International, recognizes 7 different disciplines: healthy hearing, special smiles, strong minds, fun fitness, which is physical therapy, fit feet, which is podiatry, health promotion, which is about general health and wellness, and opening eyes, optometry. So 7 different disciplines are available at our 2018 HealthExpo presented by CareFirst, BlueCross, BlueShield. We will be offering 5 of those disciplines: healthy hearing, special smiles, strong minds, fun fitness, and health promotion. So the next few slides are specific details about our Health Expo that will take place on Saturday, October 6th, 2018 at the American Legion Hall, Post 22. That's found at 125 York Road, Baltimore, Maryland, 21204. That's the physical address. So if you type that into a GPS, you'll get exactly to where you need to be. We're asking our volunteers to arrive as close to 8 o'clock as they can, so that we can get set up and be all ready to go before our first athletes get there. And we'll end the day shortly after 4 o'clock. Venue information. So this is a shot just off of York Road in Towson. So you can see, the Papa John's is a good landmark for that, as is the sign that I'm circling now with my cursor. So you'll see the Towson Post 22 sign. It's two-sided, so whether you're coming either direction off of York Road, you'll be fine. So whether you're making a left or a right, you'll head down the driveway of the Legion Post, down this drive, and head to the left, and there's a large parking lot, plenty of parking for our volunteers and attendees. So free parking is absolutely available on the site. When you arrive, and we'll talk about this a little later as well, please head toward the main entrance, which is at this blue awning where this up arrow is pointing. There's steps that go up. If you do need wheelchair accessible entrance, that's right here where my cursor is, back down towards the road, and there's a ramp that goes up. So that's where you'll be headed when you arrive. These lower doors that you could see in the with the other blue awnings, we ask you not to use those doors. That is our entrance for our quiet room for the healthy hearing screenings, and because they'll be doing hearing checks, we need that as quiet as possible and as uninterrupted as possible as well. So just make sure you head up, again, going back to the slide, to this long blue awning when you walk in. So when you arrive, as we said, head to the main door for volunteer check-in, and from there you'll receive your T-shirt and roll for the day. The main floor is where, in addition to volunteer and athlete check-in and registration, we'll also have our vendor area, clinic areas for healthy hearing, their check-in, special smiles, fun fitness, health promotion, and strong minds. That's also where volunteers will eat lunch. On the lower floor of the Legion Hall, we'll have the healthy hearing exam area. So all of our clinics will be upstairs. Athletes will check in at healthy hearing upstairs and then head down to the lower floor for the healthy hearing exam. We will be having, I'm missing one of the disciplines on this. I apologize for that. 5 different disciplines, like this slide does not show. Health promotion, fun fitness, strong minds, healthy hearing, and special smiles. So I apologize for leaving off the strong minds icon. That will also be there. So as I mentioned, those are the 5 disciplines that we'll be having at our event. Some things to point out is, again, as I mentioned before, special smiles. is in partnership with the University of Maryland School of Dentistry. They will be providing quick checkups, as well as an overview of proper teeth brushing. And they usually do like custom fit mouth guards, which are really popular with our athletes. Something really cool takeaway. Similarly, Healthy Hearing is a program run by Towson University Audiology Department. Dr. Jen Smart is the chair of that department, and she organizes students to come out and do hearing checks for our athletes. Strong Minds, Fun Fitness, Health Promotion are also going to be there. They're run by great clinical directors who volunteer their time to provide health and wellness screenings for our athletes. What to wear? We encourage all of our volunteers to wear comfortable clothes. It's a Saturday. Be comfortable, but closed-toed shoes are mandatory. All volunteers will be given a volunteer t-shirt to wear during the day, so please wear something that a t-shirt can flip over. It's a lot easier than trying to change in a restroom or in the car. Just plan on getting a t-shirt that you're going to wear on top. We do ask that that t-shirt is always visible. That's how we can identify our volunteers throughout the day, and the t-shirt's the easiest way to do that. It also serves as a great thank you gift, so you can always have that to take away as a reminder of the great day that you had with us. And then what to bring. You really don't need a lot of extra stuff. We're going to be in one spot the whole day. The nice thing is, rain or shine, we are inside, so no worry about ponchos or rain jackets as we've had to do so far this month with all of the rain that we've had. We'll provide snacks and water to all the volunteers. So really, there's not a lot of extra things besides yourself that you need to bring. We're not going to have a merchandise table, so you don't need to worry about cash or spending money. If you need it, provide it. And what you'll be provided, there's one of our Towson students in that picture doing with Healthy Hearing, which is pretty cool. Volunteers will be provided a name tag and t-shirt, obviously lunch, and we'll be able to accommodate vegetarian, gluten-free options, so no worries about that. There'll be plenty. Snacks and water throughout the day, and other giveaways that will be available. So you will be well taken care of throughout the entire Health Expo. Volunteer roles. We want to talk a bit about what you might be doing while you're at the Health Expo presented by CareFirst, BlueCross, BlueShield. We'll assign these the morning of, and while we will do our best to match your preferences, we do appreciate your flexibility just in making sure that all of our volunteer roles are covered for the day. We will absolutely do our best to make sure that families or friend groups are kept together if you're volunteering as a team. So things that we'll need, general volunteers, things like setup. As I have here, many hands make light work, absolutely. So we'll use everybody in the beginning to do setup for the event. You can kind of see in the picture to the right, there's some of this snap together flooring that we put down as mats, some pipe and drape, some banners to hang, and all that kind of stuff. So we'll all kind of pitch in there and make the setup fast so we can be ready for our athletes when they arrive. Also with setup, as our clinical directors arrive, whether it's the School of Dentistry with special smiles or audiology, there might be some additional equipment that needs to come in from cars, and so we appreciate extra hands there to help our clinics get set up. As athletes arrive, we'll need some volunteers doing check-in and registration, welcoming them to the Health Expo, taking down some information for them and pointing them in the right direction for when they can start their Health Expo experience. Health promotion. We'll need a few volunteers to work with a clinical director, leading activities about nutrition, leading small games, doing some handouts. There's flyers and all different stuff about general wellness, eating right, food pyramids, and those sorts of things. So we'll use some volunteers there. You'll be working closely with the clinical director, who will give you an overview of what specifically you'll be doing, but it's nothing that you can't learn that morning. Similarly, our Strong Minds clinical director will need some assistance, and you can kind of see 2 volunteers sitting on the floor with this athlete at our Towson event. Strong Minds is all about mental health and wellness, and so things like controlling your breathing, relaxation, and that kind of stuff. So it might be doing breath exercises using pinwheels with athletes, or doing some meditation and relaxation. So those, in addition to the healthy hearing, as we talked about before, escorting athletes from upstairs to the quiet room downstairs for hearing checks. And so that's another opportunity. The clinic volunteers, the health promotion, Strong Minds, and healthy hearing volunteers, those are awesome opportunities to be really hands-on with our athletes. If that's the type of experience that you're looking for, and we hope that you are, that should be the direction that you're going in. If this is your first time with Special Olympics, and you're looking for a bit more of a hands-off experience, which is absolutely fine, those check-in and registration tables need your energy as well. So lots to do. We're happy to have your hands, and certainly we will put them to work that day. Just some quick reminders. Obviously, people with intellectual disabilities are a vulnerable population. So these are things that we just go over with our volunteers before any event. This is by no means an indication of concern. It's just something that we have to say. So number one, Special Olympics Maryland events are smoke-free, alcohol-free, and drug-free events. So please don't use those things in close proximity before the event or during the event. Definitely. We're family friendly, so please don't use or limit the use of profanity. The big one, please don't go off one-on-one with athletes. Certainly if you're escorting athletes downstairs via the stairway to our healthy hearing clinic, that's absolutely fine. There's going to be plenty of foot traffic, but things like you will not be the volunteer escorting an athlete to the restroom. We're going to have their family members will be with them, or chaperones if they're coming as a group. So please make sure that you are just not going off one-on-one. And general rule, if you see something that you're not sure about or doesn't seem right behaviorally, please see a staff member. We'll be in teal shirts. I'll be around that day. So please find us, let us know so that we can address it. Again, not an indication of concern, just something that we like to equip our volunteers with before they start at our events. Just some final reminders and reiterating that we will be at the Towson Legion Hall, 125 York Road, Baltimore, Maryland, 21204, right down the street from Towson University's campus, October 6th, 2018. Again, volunteers, please arrive as close to 8 o'clock as you can, and we'll wrap up as soon after 4 o'clock as we can. So we certainly understand this is a Saturday. You might have to arrive a little later, leave a little early. That's totally fine. But the more we can be there the full day, the better it is for our event and for our athletes. If you have any questions, my email address is right there. Please feel free to reach out if you have specific questions about the day. Happy to answer those between now and then. Other than that, I just want to say thank you again for all that you are doing for our athletes. Our HealthExpo presented by CareFirst, BlueCross, BlueShield is a big difference maker for many of our families to have these types of free exams available. So thank you for being a part of that. We are looking forward to a great day and working with you soon. So thanks so much.